Man, I was busting out thumbnails today.
I hope that I hope that that happened for me properly, like I wanted it to. All right, nice, nice. Okay. Oh,
Oh, all right. Let's
KTV
see.
mystery unboxing. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So we are live. We are live over here on YouTube real quick because
Oh,
we have a mystery unboxing right here. I wonder what it can be. For those keen-eyed people, then you already know what it is. But I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna give you the hint. But we shall. We're gonna open this box real quick. Right. And this is my first time, opening this box. I had to take off, shipping information and everything like that because your boy don't need no stalkers. But but
I mean, what if you did get a stalker?
look, let's not go there.
Let's not go there.
All right,
I
we
mean, I
got
guess.
we got to open this box right here real quick. There we go. And let's see what's in the box. First off, we got. Man, I wish I had the little loop deck, not the loop deck thing, but the stream deck thing. I could just like hit the button and he'd be like, "What's in the box?" You know what I mean? So first off, we got paper in a box, right? We don't really need this paper, but we will recycle it because we're trying to be better to Mother Earth and shit like that. Definitely recycle your stuff. And let me see. Dun 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 dun. Trying to make this as
All right.
fucking trying to make this as
I was gonna say, like,
so one
how
place
eventful can you make this?
for all the ways to play. One place for all the ways to play. This is the box right here. Yes, you see it. We got the Google Stadia Pro or Premium or Plus or whatever you want to call this. That's what we got today. We're working with the Google Stadia. Now shouts out to Google, right? Because if you are YouTube Premium subscriber, which I am. I've been a YouTube or Google Play Music subscriber for years now. Like you asked the boy Shooting Star Sheriff, man. I've been a subscriber to them for years, right? Because I
Oh,
watch,
yeah.
yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube, and they have all of the music there, right? So if you watch a lot of YouTube and you don't want ads on your YouTube videos, like I was teasing Shooting Star Share for years about not having ads on my videos. I was like, "Oh, you got ads on your videos?" I can't relate. I can't relate. But now we're both a part of the no ad crew. But but yeah, so like for all of the subscribers, I guess because not a lot of people are buying these things. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Christmas. Maybe it's because it's we're in a global pandemic and they just want to be nice to people. I have no idea why they did it. I just opened. I
Let's
just
say already abolished.
all of the above, right? I just opened my YouTube and they were like, "Hey, look, you can get one of these for free," and I was like, "Okay, bet." I know we talked a lot of trash about it on the Nerd Shit podcast. Because okay, so I was one of the people who were very like I believed in it, right? I had a lot of hope for it. I was like, this could be amazing. And then it came out and I was like, this is ass, this is trash. And we talked a lot of shit about it, right? But I said, you know what? Freeze free. Maybe one day it'll get better. And if it does get better, at least I will have this controller. So before we actually open the box, right, I'm just gonna go around the box. And tell you what comes inside and stuff like that. Obviously, it's the white controller, clearly white. That's what they call it. They're taking jabs at Apple because Apple always comes out with these different colors and they name it these weird colors, and people are like, "But that's white. What are you talking about?" Like the silver, like the silver iPhone 10 was white, and then that's why Google started coming out with their shit. It's like, oh, it's clearly white. You know what I mean? Like obviously it's white. What are you talking about, right? But anyway, we got that, and it also comes with the Google Chromecast Pro. Includes, oh yeah, it tells you includes the Stadia, Chromecast Ultra, not Chromecast Pro. My bad, I'm talking fast. Specs, it does have dual band Wi-Fi, so it does 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. If you know anything about that, 5 gigahertz is the stronger signal, but its range isn't that large, right? So you would only want the 5 gigahertz if you are close to your Wi-Fi router. If you're not and it's in a different room, do you want to do the 2.4 gigahertz, which is the slower bandwidth, but it has a larger range, right? It does have Bluetooth, low energy Bluetooth. I don't even know what that means. There's a headset jack, so apparently there's a headphone jack on a controller, which is kind of dope. Honestly, I won't be using it because I have my whole system set up over here. USB-C, all the things. There is a USB-C charging port for the controller, I believe. No. USB, yeah, USB port for charging. Yeah. So okay, cool. Tells us the weight. We don't care about that. 268 grams if you do care. Assistant button and microphone, so you can actually use the Google Assistant from the controller, which is kind of dope. I ain't gonna lie. And then there's a microphone on the thing. Hold up. There's a capture button, like all of the controllers. All of these controllers, right? You know, you got the Switch with the capture control, with the capture button. The PlayStation has the capture button, all that right there. Because I mean, this is for people. I mean, you're gonna be playing this right on your computer or TV, and some people want to share it. You know, this is the age of streaming. This is what we're doing right now. We're streaming to you. We're streaming. Internal battery, lithium ion, so it does charge. So it does have an internal charger, so you don't have to be an Xbox boy, right? You don't have to be one of those boys. You got to go out to Walmart or Target or whatever, right? Best Buy, you got to buy some AA to come home and charge. Yeah, you ain't got to do all that. You got to do all that. You can just put it on the charger. You still there, man? I think I lost Shooting Star Sheriff. Did we lose? I did lose him. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Okay, are you in the comments, man? Are you in the comments? I don't know. I've just been talking over here, bro. Like, if you're in the comments, say something. I don't know. I don't know what happened. He'll probably pop back in eventually. But we're gonna open this up. I'm gonna open this up real quick. I was like, homie is quiet over there. And then I realized he's not even in the party anymore. All right. Take off the plastic again. Recycle your plastic, people. Recycle your plastic. Watch this. So, ooh, oh, okay, okay. This is a little presentation is a little fuego. Presentation is fuego. You back? You back?
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Like presentation. Oh, I was talking, bro, and I was like, "Wait, you still here?" And I looked in the party and you weren't here.
No, it disconnected. And I was trying to get back in, but like Discord was being really weird. But yeah, keep going. I've been in the stream though. I'm still in the stream.
Okay. Presentation is fuego. Not gonna lie. Presentation is nice. So funny story, right? Before we actually get into the box and everything, right? Giggity. Before we get in the box, pause. No. Anyway, fun fact, right? The iPhones, I want to say 6 or something like that. Anywhere from the 6 to the 8, right? I used to sell phones in AT&T or whatever, right? And I learned this little fun fact. Apparently, not sure how true it is, right? But apparently, Apple patented the time it takes for the box to open. So you saw how like it was slowly opening. Apparently, on the Apple boxes, they patented that time because it was all a part of the Apple experience, which was like they would do something like that. They would. But anyway, ooh,
that sounds like an Apple thing.
Hold up. I know. Okay, bro, we talk a lot of trash about Google Stadia. We talk a lot of trash about, but this controller, bro, this controller has some heft to it. This controller has some weight to it. It feels actually good though. I could actually see me playing with this, like legit. Like honestly, bro, even if we don't play any Google Stadia games, I can legit see my like. I think okay if Google Stadia wants me to pay them money, right? Because I think I might get a free subscription with this, and if I don't get a free subscription and I gotta pay money, I'm not gonna pay money for Google Stadia. Like fuck that. We already tried that, been there, done that, didn't like it. You know, I got other ways to play video games, right? But I will connect this to my computer and play like fighters or something like that, right? Because this feels actually good. Like I don't know if I can play Dragon Ball Fighters with this, just because I do like my my D-pad, right?
Yeah, yeah, you got the fight pad.
Well, I have my fight stick, but I like these right here when it comes to regular controllers, like the disconnected buttons. I don't know how I can do my quarter circles, because sometimes I use the directional pad for quarter circle movements, right? I'm not sure how that will work, but we can try it out. We can do a match or two, right? We can do a match or two. I will say though, I was playing on a pro controller. I was playing on a Switch. I was playing fighters, and I couldn't get it off properly. But maybe that's because this is a cheaper controller. But this controller actually feels pretty dope, right? Um, I'm not sure. Hold on, let me go back to OBS real quick. So here's a controller right here, right? It's a pretty decent size. This is the PlayStation 4 controller. As for reference, right? Honestly, roughly about the same size. It's slightly bigger than the PlayStation 4 controller, but it feels nice. I like the way it feels in my hand. Buttons feel very tactile, clicky clicky. Everything feels nice. Everything feels nice. Okay, that's that.
Okay.
We're gonna get a little deeper into this box. Giggity, you know.
What is up with you and the Quagmire jokes today?
No, 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 no. It's not even Quagmire, bro. It's not even Quagmire. It's your boy Floss. It's Flossie Carter. Cause whenever Flossie Carter, he's opening the box, he's like, nice white box, giggity. Nice black box, giggity.
Yeah, that's just a weird one. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. That's just a weird one.
Yo, but it's funny. It's funny. Okay, so we have okay. This is USB A to USB C, which I don't know why they just didn't do USB C to USB C. But anyway, we have this cord here, and then we got, which is why they do that? It's so weird, right? So okay, so look at this. You can't take this out. You have to, this little thing, you have to pop this out, and then you can pop out the brick, which is, I don't know, I guess attention to detail, right? I guess attention to detail. They got this right here, which hopefully has my code in it. Cause again, like I said, like I don't want to pay for no Google Stadia. Not today, fam. Not today. I know it's.
I was gonna say, make sure you don't show off that code so nobody tries to snag it.
Hey, look, bro, look. There's a delay on this thing, all right? There's a delay. By the time y'all try to get that code, I'm already my shit's already in, fam. All right. So they're telling me to set up my Google Chromecast Ultra. Actually, can you play the Google Stadia with regular PC games? I don't even know. That's gonna be a test for today, right? How the Stadia controller works. Using controller, blah blah blah. Okay, this is just teaching me how to use controller and shit. I don't think they have any codes in here, which is cray. They expect me to pay. Which, I mean, I feel you, Google. Get your money, but y'all could have did this a better way, fam. Like, you got to subscribe to it, and then you also got to pay for the games. Like, come on, bruh. And I like, okay, so I understand it's a cloud-based service, right? So they are powering the servers and shit like that. So they need money to run those servers, right? I understand that, but ain't nobody to tell y'all to put yourself in that predicament, right? You could have did a whole Steam like Steam does, right? Steam has a market. Steam doesn't charge you $10 a month to be able to access Steam. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
So this is the Chromecast Ultra right here. If you have a Chromecast Ultra, the thing about the Chromecast Ultras, right, is they allow you to play or watch TV in 4K. I think 4K. I'm not sure if they're up to 8K or 6K yet, but 4K. They allow you to watch TV up to. They allow you to play games and watch TV up to 4K, and their connectivity and all that crap right there is a lot better than regular Chromecast. So it's a lot smoother and all that stuff. Like, if you ever had a regular Chromecast, the one that costs $35, sometimes you might have Wi-Fi issues, buffering issues, and stuff like that. These right here supposedly have those less. I'm not saying it completely gets rid of it, but it's supposed to be an overall better piece of equipment, right? That's what the Chromecast Ultra is. So that's what people always have like, oh, what's the big deal about the Chromecast Ultra? Why don't I just get a regular Chromecast? Well, do you have a 4K TV? Well, yeah, I got a 4K TV. Well, then you probably want a Chromecast Ultra because it is going to be able to take advantage of all of that 4K goodness, all of that crispiness, which I don't need to use this right now. So we gonna put this back in the box. We're gonna put this back in a nice white box. Giggity.
You and this giggity. You and this giggity.
We're gonna put this back
it's gonna legit be definitely.
Oh my god. We're gonna box it up. All right, we're gonna box the box up. Okay. I'm a bit of a box hoarder, right? So all of my electronics, I keep the boxes. I have an entire box closet, and this is definitely gonna go in a box closet. I already have the space laid out for it. Okay, so we gonna connect the controller. So I have to hold this button. What am I doing? XXB. Okay. Is there a light on the thing? Let's see.
You have to figure that
out. Okay. So, there we go. XXB. It's a Stadia controller. XXX. Okay. To set your Stadia controller up with Wi-Fi, download Stadia mobile app. Turn on I don't want to set up with Wi-Fi. Let me see. Turn on your Stadia controller off and blah blah blah. Status on once the status light is blinking white. Once it's blinking white, enter the linking code above. You can also connect your Stadia controller. Blah blah. Okay, so I don't think I'm able to play games at all right now because I need Stadia Pro. I think. Let me see. Pay subscription services includes discount. Blah blah. Get a free month of Stadia when a friend signs up with your link and pays their first. Yo, do you want to pay? Do you want to pay for a month of Stadia so we can test this out?
Wait, what?
Look, I'm gonna send you the code and it's gonna give me a free month. All you gotta do is pay.
What? Wait, hold on. What?
Hold on, wait. Wait, yeah, all you gotta do is pay. I think. Hold on, let me see.
You gonna ask me this, especially when I just paid my bills? How dare you, Keon?
See, you need to refresh account access. You'll need to refresh your. Okay, let's Okay, refresh account access is refreshed. I think the controller is connected. I think. If not, then before you carefully read blah blah blah. Okay, I read them. Everybody saw that I read it on stream, right?
Yes, you did read it on stream. Yo, while you're getting that set up, did you hear what's happening in the Smash Bros scene?
Nope. Come on, please don't tell. What's going on, man? What is going on in the Smash scene?
All right. Well, because the last time we talked about the Smash scene, it was good news, right? It was good news. No, it wasn't. So this is what's happening now, right? So how about a whole bunch of people wanted to get together to do a Smash tournament, right? An online Smash tournament for Smash Brothers Melee.
Okay. Oh wait. Yeah. I know because I've been seeing free melee all over, right? And I was wondering what that was about. And I guess you're about to give me the skinny on it.
Yes. So basically, through emulation and modding, right? And I guess this brings up a whole debate about emulation too. I guess we can talk about that. So if you're sitting here, if you're in this stream, go ahead. If you have your own thoughts about emulation and like unofficial tournaments, please, I really would like to hear you guys' comments. I hear you guys' thoughts or see you guys' thoughts in the comments. But basically, this is what happened. Super Smash Bros. Melee is a 20-year-old game, bro. 20 years old. This game came out on the GameCube. All right, this game is old. This game is old. Man, that's crazy. I remember when that game came out. The game is 20 years old. So there was this, and through emulation and modding, the modders were able to get basically get Smash Bros. Melee running with online rollback netcode.
Yeah, yeah. So I saw that, right? I saw that part. Wait, hold on. To set up your Stadia controller with Wi-Fi, download the Stadia mobile app. Okay.
So hold on. Did the stream? Did the stream die out? Hold on. I think
No,
the
no.
stream just died.
The stream should still be going. It says excellent connection.
Okay. Okay. I'll just keep talking. So what happened, right? Was that basically a tournament was getting set up because they were able to mod the game. They had to mod the game. They were using the Dolphin emulator, which is the emulator that they use for all like Nintendo GameCube and Wii games and stuff like that, right? And I guess Nintendo caught, because the thing is there was actually going to be, it was an online tournament. There was actually going to be prize money and stuff like that involved, because there's a huge scene for Smash Bros. Melee because of how fast paced Melee is compared to like the other Smash games. Because a lot of people say, oh, well, Smash Bros. Melee is like, a lot of people like it for the speed of the game because it's very, very fast. And when we went to Smash 4, everyone didn't like Smash 4 because, well, the biggest thing with Smash 4 was too slow. It wasn't as fast as Melee. So Melee has always kept this cult following throughout the years. 20 years later, right? People still play Melee. 20 years later. So basically what happened, there was going to be a whole tournament with prize money. It was like a thing. It was like a legit thing that was getting set up. Nintendo caught word of it. They shut it down. They issued out a cease and desist.
Which is so fucked up. Like, let people play your game and have fun. I guess Nintendo was like, oh, we not getting any part of the pie, so I guess we're gonna have to shut the shit down. Which sucks,
Yeah. So that's basically what has happened. Now, I mean, how I feel about it, it's a 20-year-old game. You guys have made your money off of that game 20 years ago. Let people play. Let people have a tournament. Yeah, but I understand that. Like, here's the thing with Nintendo, and Nintendo has always been like this. They have always been like this. Because and like, I understand, like, Nintendo they don't view their games as competitive, or like they don't understand that there is a competitive scene. They understand that. I don't even know if they even really acknowledge that that it is there. Yes, there are a lot of people who play Smash just for fun.
Well,
but there's like
I mean, what do you like? So, what do you mean they don't see it as like a tournament game? Because like there's Smash tournaments all the time, Well, there used to be Smash tournaments all the time,
but like there's nothing ever like officially. And like we talked about this in an earlier in a podcast a while back. Nintendo doesn't like do officially licensed tournaments or anything like that, especially with prize money. So I guess but the thing is I guess because. And come on, man, the only reason they probably even caught wind of it, right, is because it's an online tournament. People were getting hyped about it. People were spreading the word about it online. Because guess what? There aren't any. What other tournaments are happening, right? That's not like an official tournament. You know what I mean? Like, there are no official tournaments going on right now, except for the Dragon Ball FighterZ one. I that's different.
Yeah.
Well, kind of the same, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm talking about, as far as all the other fighting games go, where are the tournaments for those? They're pretty much non-existent. So you talking about these people want to get together to play a 20-year-old game, and Nintendo issues out a cease and desist. It's almost like they're shooting themselves in the foot. Like I understand Nintendo as of lately has really gotten a lot of traction and a lot of motion because they've sold a whole bunch of Switches, Animal Crossing. So like the Switch is on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even like I own a Switch Lite. You know what I mean?
I own the Switch. You know, I got the Switch over here. I was playing Dragon Ball Fighters on it earlier.
Yeah, and you were mad because your Pokemon don't listen to you. But like that's the whole thing, man, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was playing Pokemon too, and my Pokemon won't listen to me because they're like my War Turtle or Water Tile, whatever you want to call him, is like level 22, and he's like, I guess too big for his britches, as the old timers would say. And every time I try to play, and he's like my favorite Pokemon, right? Because he's the evolution of Squirtle, and he won't listen to me. I'm like, do your attack. Come on, spin attack. Come on now, do your water attack. And he's like, nope, I'm not listening to you. And I was like, all right, cool. I guess I gotta get me a badge. But if I keep ranking up all my Pokemon to level 20 and above, when I get to the actual match, they won't listen to me and I'm gonna lose.
Well, I mean, if you get your badge, then that'll give them like an extra 10 levels so they'll listen to you again. But you need to get your badges. You need to get. But we're getting off topic. But the whole point of this conversation is that should companies interfere with these, like, especially with older? It's not even like it's their newest version of Smash. We're talking about Smash Brothers Melee. This game is 20 years old. It is 20 years old. You are not making any money. But the only way you're playing that game is either one, or A, you emulate it, which guess what? It's what most people are doing with Melee. Or right. B, you have a copy of the game on your 20-year-old Nintendo GameCube. So which one you think they're gonna play it? How they're gonna play the game?
Phoenix had arrived on the shore.
I mean, exactly, right? You just hit the nail right on the head, and I don't know. Nintendo has definitely been tone deaf a lot, in.
Enter the domain of the Cyclops.
Has definitely been really tone deaf.
Right.
When it comes to when it comes to all of this.
It was there.
Yeah, I mean my whole thing on it is how you gonna shame the people who play a game. Does that make sense?
The Cyclops' cave was in the Great Sea. Don't care. You can't just that's your problem.
I don't know.
Like, you really
actually
out here shaming?
Well, cause like, okay, so when it comes to tournaments, right? You said, well, I guess you don't know about the fighting game scene, but like there are tournaments happening every single week. Like Dragon Ball Fighters, Damascus holds his own wanted tournament every Wednesday, right? Every Wednesday he holds his own wanted tournament. There are Grand Blue Fantasy tournaments going on within the community. There are Tekken tournaments going on. There are Mortal Kombat tournaments constantly going on within the community, right? Every week. This is an every week thing. And these guys, they just wanted to play Melee. They wanted to have a big they wanted to have a whole thing with Melee, and I guess Nintendo was like, nah, fam. Nah, we don't need that. We don't want that.
I mean, but like, see, the thing is like, because Nintendo has been like, it's funny because if we talk about Nintendo before the Switch came out, Nintendo was hurting. Because remember, before the Switch, they were rocking the Wii U, and we all remember how bad the Wii U was. Like, the Wii U was so bad that there was basically no third-party developers making games for that platform. Like, the only games that were out on the Wii U, and I'm over-exaggerating, but I'm over-exaggerating to make a point for people who are in the stream right now.
I'm over-exaggerating.
The only games that you were playing on the Wii U was like Zelda and the Wii U version of Smash. But that's all you were playing. If it wasn't Mario Kart or Smash, that's it. That's all you had on the Wii U. I think you had Donkey Kong, but that's it. It was only first party. It was only their first party games. There was no third party support for the Wii U at all, and that shit hurt them. It hurt them a lot. That's why they had. That's why they had to come back with the Switch, which the Switch is really successful. The Switch will probably last through because the Switch is still recent. Because the Switch is still really, really young in its lifespan. It's only 3 years old. Three going on four. The Switch will probably just run alongside the new generation of comp. Not to mention the Switch is so niche. The Switch will last. The Switch will last through the generation, no problem, because it's such a niche idea. It's such a niche thing, like being able to take your games anywhere, like that. So I'm not. But the point is that emulation for games for older games is super important. It's super important because it's the emulation for older games is what keeps those older games alive, and it's what keeps those people being able to go back and play those games. You know what I mean? Like before, like, you know, playing maybe like any of the. I'm just trying to think of something really old, like Banjo Kazooie, or even Smash. Like I said, we're talking about Smash Brothers Melee. It's a 20-year-old game, Keon. Who unless you're trying to find, unless you're going to like a retro game store, which I mean, fortunately, where I live, there is a few retro game stores here, so you could probably find it, but it's probably expensive. You could probably get a copy, but like, come on, bro. Who's really? Not everybody has access to a retro game store. And where you gonna find a 20-year-old game, bro? That's like me trying to find a copy of The World Ends With You on the DS. It's rare as fuck. Like, you gonna pay. I'm gonna have to pay probably like $30-$40 to get an original copy of the game. Which is funny because that game is now on Switch as well, and I love it. But
what game we're talking about? My bad. I was trying to change my controls.
No, you're fine. I was just talking about like emulation for old games is super important because it's what keeps those games alive.
Yeah.
Like I like people be like, it's funny because like I understand where people are like, oh well, you know, emulations like that steals money away from the developers. Like, if you're I'm not saying that, I mean, yeah, but especially if you're trying to emulate like recent games, which I mean you're probably not going to be able to do, especially with the new current. I'm saying next gen, but like the new current gen consoles now. We can say current gen.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if you're watching the stream, fam, but
yeah, I'm watching it. I'm here.
This game look kind of fire though, but
had taken flight to the island of the siren song on his mechanical wings.
But really,
Surface weaponarium and missiles power.
I changed my buttons so.
After Polyphemus. But go on.
Oh, there we go.
Not so lucky.
No, you're good, man. But I honestly think like why are they coming? Like, why is Nintendo coming after me?
Wait, this was in Max, right? This not Max, but this was in Oh damn, who's the Maximilian, right? This wasn't a Maximilian thing because Maximilian they did a tournament as well, but that was Marvel.
Yeah, but you want to know what the issue really is? Nintendo doesn't have like, you know, like especially with these companies that are known for like their fighting, like Arxis. Arxis, let's keep it a book. In the last like 4 or 5 years, in the last like let's put 4 years. In the last like 4 years, Arxis has been on fire, bro. Dragon Ball Fighters, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, which I understand. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, like they get on fire, and then we still got Guilty Gear Strive coming out.
My dude said Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, but yeah, I get it. I understand Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, like, which I hated because that game is so dope.
No, well, I said that for Blaze Blue Cross.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Yeah, my bad.
No. You're good. But I get what you're saying though, because because the online is dead on there too. But like,
bro.
I
I mean,
it's
okay,
but
so
the thing
I'm not sure
is,
what it is. Like, it's weird because like I was playing some matches today, and I got a good, I got a decent amount of matches today. But usually, but usually, it's super dead, and I can't get any matches. Right? I don't know what I'm supposed to
yeah.
be doing, but
But I think where I'm trying to get at is that at these other companies, right? You know, Tekken, the Street Fighters, you know, like I said, the Blaze Blues, Dragon Ball Fighters, like with these other games, they have people that understand what's going on in the community, and they understand that the community will hold events for the other events for the game. They'll hold their own tournaments. They'll sanction their own tournament and stuff like that. They understand and they let it happen. Because guess what? All it does is promote their fucking game.
exactly. Well, like you were
And
saying, Nintendo is like Nintendo is a
when
video game is a video game console company, right? But they also have their first party IPs, and like they're not like a fighting game company type of thing, right? Which I think I'm not sure if they do, but if they don't, they need like a fighting game department, right? They need somebody who actually understands and takes care of. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm not. Okay, never mind. They need somebody. They need a department that takes care of that and understands that, you know? Cause like,
yeah, they don't have anybody to be like, hey, Smash tournament. Like they don't have a person that works at Nintendo to be like, hey, yo, fighting games happen with like Melee and some of your other IPs, but
She's trying to save.
you know,
Why would she do
but
that?
see, the thing is the only reason why,
It's fine.
and it's crazy because Smash keeps getting, yo, Smash keep, as far as the fighting game community goes, Smash is like, but lately 2020 has not been Smash's year, but 2020 hasn't been anybody's year, so let me not get into that,
yeah,
but like,
true.
yo, they really need somebody at the company that understands and be like, hey, these things do happen, and it's not like Nintendo is ever sponsoring any tournaments. It's not like they're saying, hey, we're gonna do a tournament with prize money and all this other stuff, and like I'm not saying Arxis does it, and I'm not saying the other companies do it, but
So how was Evo
they
able to
let
do it,
these
right?
things happen.
Cause like,
Huh?
say, how was Evo able to do it? Cause like, you know, Evo always had their Smash tournaments.
Yeah, well, I think it's one of those. I don't know the logistics behind it because you know, like I said, I'm not really into the FGC like that, so I don't know how games get like how they get games put on and how that kind of stuff happens. But like the thing is like outside of like I said, like Evo was gonna have Smash, right?
Yeah,
And then this is before everything happened,
yeah,
like
we.
dude, outside of like, here's the thing, like ever since Dragon Ball Fighters has been out, I keep using Dragon Ball Fighters as an example, but like
I mean, that's the game,
anything
fam.
that's
That's the
like,
game.
it's the game, so
Oh,
like
bro,
it's your favorite one
I
too,
just got smoked. Okay,
but my thing
stop.
is like,
Oh, I was talking. Well, I was talking about I was talking
oh yeah,
about.
dude,
In her clutches.
yeah, you're talking to
She would
Google,
rule over
but
all Olympus.
my thing is like, yo, you got all these dope people that love this game. There are people that still love Melee. There's still people who play Melee competitively 20 years now. Like I'm saying, like the thing is that game has made its money. That game has made its money. I think that's where I'm coming from. That game has made its money. That game is done. As far as the company making revenue off of it, it's
Yeah,
done. Unless you guys are planning to port it, which Nintendo doesn't port anything, which I mean they just ported the Mario games, which even that was a shocker. Even that was like they ported some games, but Nintendo doesn't even port anything. So why are you mad that people like? Why as a company are you mad at the fact that people want to play your 20-year-old crusty game? I'm sorry. I'm making a point. I'm making a point. I'm not saying Smash is a bad game. I'm not saying Melee is a bad game. I love Melee. I played that hours on there with my brother. But why are you so butthurt that because it maybe it had something to do with it being prize. Maybe there was prize money, but at the same time, I don't even think that was the issue. It was that they caught wind of it. They were like, they're making prize money. It sounds like they're trying to profit off of our thing, and and they shut it down. And I hope it's not Nintendo getting big ass britches because they so successful now because the Switch sold. But the way for the shit that if it was fucking happened right now, the Switch probably wouldn't be that popular. I'm sorry. I'm playing. I'm playing.
Look, you are going ham on it right now.
No, man. I'm just like, yo, it's these kind of communities and it's holding these events. Like it's the same thing with like speed running. People speed run old games all the time. People speed run Super Mario 64. There's speed runs for that. But how do you think people play it? They emulate it. Because guess what? Nintendo's not gonna. I can't say that now because they ported it. But it's not like they're coming through to port it. It's like if somebody wanted to port over. It's like if somebody wanted to play. They wanted to speedrun Star Fox 64 or F-Zero. I don't see an F-Zero port coming to the Switch anytime soon. And before somebody goes into the comment section, I'm going to go, oh, well, if you go into the Switch under the free setting, if you have the subscription, F-Zero was in it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about playing these games and preserving the lifespan of these games for years to come. It's done through emulation. Because guess what? In another 10 or 20 years, you're probably not going to be able to find a Game Boy. So like, what if I want to play Pokemon Yellow? Or what if I want to play Pokemon Fire Red? Because, in another 10 maybe in another 10 years, and once I go to a retro game store, I'm not going to find the Game Boy Advance anywhere.
True.
So,
no, I was going to say,
emulation is...
Even the game companies like PlayStation, they emulate their old games. That's how they're playing PlayStation 4 games on PlayStation 5. They're emulating them. So technically, the big game companies are using emulation anyway. Like Nintendo uses emulations to play the old Nintendo N64 games.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I guess the prime example, because they've really been doing it because they've really been hitting it off with their collections. Capcom with the Mega Man Legacy collections. Their emulation for those games have gotten better with every release and every iteration of the Legacy collection that they came out. With the classic Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, and then you had the Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, which I own on my PlayStation 4, which the emulation for those games are good, but it's still emulation. It's still emulation, and then you have the newest series, which is the Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection, which is probably personally my favorite collection from Capcom at the moment. They even went to add a whole new game mode to the Legacy Collection. I'm just saying, emulation isn't bad because emulation brings us these old games and lets us relive these old games and puts people back on these old games. Like, if it wasn't for Capcom reintroducing Mega Man with the Legacy Collection, we probably wouldn't have never gotten a Mega Man 11. So I'm saying that to make a point. Emulation is important, and even companies they use it. They use emulation because how else would these games be playable? How do ports work? That's the whole point of a fucking port.
I gotta change the name of this stream into the emulation is important. Series 2020.
Bro, I'm just sitting here to make a point. Like, when you send out a cease and desist, on someone playing a 20-year-old game What's the point? What's the point? Tell me, what is the actual point? Is it? Oh, am I still there?
You are still here. Open Steam
okay.
client.
Yeah, but no. Specifically though, tell me the point. Tell me what is the actual point? Because you just don't want people to play the game? Because that doesn't sound like a productive thing for a gaming company to do. So I don't get it. I honestly, I think it's just Nintendo be getting a little big. They getting big on their britches. They need to calm down for 2 seconds because it's not. I'm not saying I don't like Nintendo. I do like Nintendo. I have a Switch. Like I played Super Nintendo. I played N64. I played GameCube. I played Wii. I did not play Wii U because that was trash. I'm gonna just say it.
My dude's going ham on.
I know. Right? I'm about to get canceled.
It's like no more.
Man. I'm just keeping it. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it honestly a buck with everybody who is watching the stream, anyone who's going to be tuning into the stream. Like, come on, like a lot of games I probably would never been able to play if they weren't emulated, bro. I'm just gonna be legit. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. There's a lot of games I probably wouldn't have never been able to play without emulation. So like the fact that it's a thing, and like the fact that like you can literally play like Pokemon on like Game Boy or on your Game Boy, like on your phone, or like like the reason them things exist is so people can go back and revisit those things, and it's just like. When as a company, when you tell, especially when it's a game that old, like I could completely understand if it was like a newer game or a newer game, and by a newer game, I would say within the last 10 years, I would consider a newer game, and that's me being generous. I'm saying the last 10 years, right?
Yeah.
But once you start going 20, 30 years back, what the f*** do you care about, bro? You made your money. You made your revenue. All the DLC has been released. You already made your money. It's not like people are running out the street and out here in these streets right now trying to find a GameCube because, oh God, I just gotta play some Melee right now. No one is saying that. No one is doing that.
Nintendo, yes.
So like, bro, I'm not.
I'm gonna let you continue.
Just saying, I call bull.
But we're now playing Dragon Ball FighterZ with the Google Stadia controller. I think I'm gonna go back and rename this. That you know what? I'm not gonna play anybody. I'm just gonna play practice real quick just to see how how this controller is with this game.
So. I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb. I think it's silly that they really gonna be out here. Oh, you can't play a 20-year-old game that we're not making any more money off of. Let them play the game. Let them have their fun. I don't get it, man. Because at the end of the day, games are just meant to be consumed for entertainment purposes. I understand there are legalities, and I understand that there are things that are, I understand that there are some legal things at play. But when you're talking about a tournament, like it's an online tournament. Like I think the coolest thing about it is that we're able to mod the game with rollback netcode. Like that's dope. That's dope. That would have been an amazing online tournament. Like I don't play Smash like that. I'm not a competitive Smash player. So for those this is kind of late, but for those who are just now coming to the stream, I'm not a competitive Smash player, but I am a gamer, so I understand what it means to have those fun things taken away. Like at the end of the day, we're just trying to have fun. Like we're just trying to have some fun up in here, you know.
And
So
that's the main point. People just trying to have fun.
yeah, so like I honestly I don't know. Like if you're a competitive smasher, I don't know if maybe if you're watching this in the future, or maybe you see this like tomorrow or whenever. Like just like I want to just know like how for those who play competitive smash, how hard is it? How hard actually is it for you to get like a tournament of like a tournament like that going like because you have to promote it by by talking about it, and because it was an online thing, it was probably somebody at Nintendo probably saw it or caught word of it, and they just shut it down. And it's just like I get that they have I understand that Nintendo has the right to do it because it's their game, it's their IP. I get that. It's not like I don't understand. Yes, they have the power to do it. They own the game. They own that series. I get it. So they have the right to stop that. It's in their legal power. So I'm not even saying like, hey, don't like go. I'm not saying, yo, you need to go out here and fight the power for Melee. I'm not even saying that. No, don't. I'll be out here going log on it for Smash Bros. Melee. There's bigger problems. There's bigger problems in life, and Melee is not one of them. All right.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So but I'm not. But at the same time, it's like, what does Nintendo have to gain from a tournament? What else do they gain? But people playing their game. People playing their old ass game.
Well, I think
what is there to gain from canceling that? That's the part I don't understand.
Oh, I can do that.
So that's my mini. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. That is that is my mini rant. I I I think it's a silly move by Nintendo. I think it's gonna be one of those things where they're gonna look back on it. I don't know if they will look back on it. Their company, their business. You know, and they'll be like, they're like that was silly. Like But Nintendo's always been super super weird about their IP, about their first party IPs, which I get. But like, but if tomorrow if I wanted to start if I wanted to mod a Sonic game with online rollback netcode and I promoted it, which is weird. Why would I go that? Why would I do that much for a Sonic game, right? But my thing is like, yo, if I did that, you wouldn't see Sega coming breathing down my neck.
Yeah, that's like somebody who's building like an actual Sonic game, like a full OG Sonic game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's I guess now we're gonna bridge more into like fan made projects. But like the reason of but here's the thing though. I understand that people gonna feel some type of way about Sonic. It's either you like Sonic, you don't like Sonic. But when it comes to fan made stuff, bro, Sega welcomes it, bro. You can, and that's why you see so much fan made stuff for Sonic. Like whether you like it or whether you like it or not, you cannot admit you can't sit here and tell me that, bro. At least the Sonic community, at least the fans do like fan made stuff and say it's like, hey, have at it, have your fun. Like make your fan, like they like that stuff. They really, because it keeps the community, especially since going more on the Sonic community of things. But Sonic community in a drought, bro. We in the middle of the Sahara Desert, and we saw a mirage of some water, and we walked over there, and all I saw was a turtle, and the turtle was dead. So I say that because every company handles like as far as like fan made stuff and fan made creations, every company handles it a little differently. Like I said, the only reason I brought up Sonic and Sega and that stuff because I know that they are super open to like having like people doing fan made stuff all the time because that's what keeps the community alive and thriving. Even when there isn't technically anything going on, because right now there's nothing going on for Sonic. As far as video games
They're like,
go,
look, if y'all want to make the games, y'all can, because we ain't making them right now. The more games y'all make, the less we gotta make.
yeah, but those are like just passion projects. You know what I mean?
TN's 2M is so stubby. Look at this. Look at this 2M. Got a baby to him. What the hell?
He said he got a baby to him. But I say that to just be like, I think but I think fan made, but like fan made stuff is a thing too. Like people like making fan made projects. Like that's how people practice. Like because people who make fan made games, they sometimes they go on to be like, sometimes that inspires them to create their own IPs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like a good one. Since we're still talking about Sonic, there's a video game called Freedom Planet, and Freedom Planet is basically just it's a Sonic inspired game. It's literally a Sonic inspired game, which it's pretty good. It's pretty good too. But like fan projects come out and like fan projects can inspire other things. So like it's weird because like it's I don't know. I guess I say that as like an artist as well. Like that's I don't really consider myself an artist. Like, let me not. But that's just a personal thing. Yeah, I don't consider myself an artist, but I don't.
I say this as an artist, but I just want to put it out there. I don't consider myself as an artist. But as an artist, this is how I feel as an artist.
As a creative individual, let me put it like that. As a creative individual, I think when it comes to making fan creations, like if it's okay, if it's okay for you to do a fan made project, I think that's fine. And as long as you're not making money, I mean, which with most fan games, most people are just releasing them for fun.
Most people use their own money to make that game. You know what I mean? They use their own money to do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the whole point of being an indie developer as well. Like everything is out. I mean, you're not getting, there's no one signing you a like a contract money to be like, hey, make this. You know what I mean? It's all out of pocket, so it's all out of pocket costs. But like at the same time, I just, but I think those like. Because if it wasn't for fan-made stuff, like what would that's why we have indie game. Like that's why we have a whole section of games called indie games. Like that's why we have indie developers, and that's why we have indie. Like that's why we have a whole subgenre of gaming called for indie gaming. Yeah. Like that's because that's where all the cool. And honestly, a lot of some of the best games I've ever played are like indie games. And I'm not even talking about AAA shit anymore. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of good stuff that's indie games. Like I think Katana, Katana Zero and is Katana Zero indie? I think Ori and the Blind. Like there's a lot of these independently made games.
Wake up, buttons.
You have Team Cherry with Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is an amazing game.
Oh yeah, Hollow Knight is fucking awesome.
Hollow Knight is a dope game, but like that's Team Cherry, and they're working on like a spiritual successor. Well, not spiritual successor, but they're working on like a sequel for Hollow Knight. And I'm just like, but like the thing is like, but like I think these fan projects inspire
That was
people
a soft knockdown.
to not only learn how to make a game, but like learn what makes games fun, what makes games good. Like I think fan projects kind of can give people a gateway into that. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's kind of hard, like making like for those who don't know, making games is hard. It's yeah, like you can learn you can learn the tools of the trade, but like I'm not saying it's like not rewarding and it's fun. It's a fun thing to know about how game development works, and it's interesting, and things always change, and there's always different ways. Everyone has a different way to approach a problem, or they have different ways, and like and the, you know, and like when it comes to game development, like it's cool. It's cool. It's so neat. It's so cool. That's why some of my favorite things in video gaming aren't like, yeah, it's cool to see all the games that come out, but like have you ever been to like a game developer conference like GDC or well I mean but like you should really, but I'm just telling, or like SeaGraph, I think SeaGraph is another one where you can see some stuff like that, but like you should, but like people who are really interested in gaming, like definitely take a look at some of that stuff, because like that,
Bro,
like,
where's your
there's a lot of good stuff there. There's a lot of good stuff to learn about like creating games. You can even go onto Steam and like you can find the stuff. You can find. I think you can find like a light version of Maya. You can find blenders in there if you want to learn how to like get in like 3D modeling and 3D art. I mean, there's stuff. There's stuff in Steam for game development. So like it's, you know, it's one of those things like. Yeah, you know, I'm basically, all I'm saying is that fan creations and fan projects, I feel like they should be celebrated. I feel like they shouldn't be like looked at as like a hindrance. And like, I mean,
you're 100% right.
And like a lot of fan projects still require emulation because maybe they really like the base of some type of game, but maybe they want to expand upon it, or maybe they want to do this with it. So like it all comes back around, right? It all comes full circle at the end of the day.
I'm gonna do one more match, and then I'm gonna end the stream.
No, yeah, you're good. I have literally talked the entire stream. I've talked the entire stream, so I'm sorry for people who probably aren't used to hearing me talk like this. They like, yo, man, he mad. Like, yo, he mad today. He mad today.
My dude was like, look.
But like I said, I think it's just a silly move by Nintendo. I'm not saying Nintendo sucks. I'm just saying I think it's a bad call. I just think they made a bad call. And it's like, come on, bro. If it was anybody else, that's
oh my god, I forgot it didn't work.
You know, like what if that was it? Here's my thing. Look at it this way. What if that was a Dragon Ball Fighters tournament, and then Arxis came in and they said, "Nah, cancel that." People would feel some type of way, right?
I mean, people feel some type of way about.
Game. You know, but you know what? Here's the thing.
Bitch. My bad.
I think this is what I'm saying. Replace Super. Let's say like, oh well, I don't even like Smash like that. Replace Smash with any other game that you like to play competitively. Replace it with any other game you like to play competitively, and imagine that developer coming in and saying no. That's where I'm getting at with that. That's where I'm coming from. Replace it with anything else. I don't care. You can put Final Fantasy in there. I don't care. It don't even have to be a fighter. It doesn't have to be a fighter.
My dude said you can put Final Fantasy in the bitch.
Put any game that you enjoy and that you were gonna play competitively. Maybe it was a speed run, maybe it was something. It's competitive because speed runs are competitive too. So It could be anything. Replace it with anything, and then imagine that well, not even developer, but imagine that company who owns the IP coming in and saying no to your face. But then you're like, but this game is like super, like you know what I mean. So just that, but that's the food for thought. That's the food for thought today. Um, Definitely, if you are
This
and you
man is
if you
wild. This man is wild.
I definitely implore you guys in the stream, or if you're watching this later, just look more into like emulation and look how. But like my thing is like um, emulation has given people a lot of good things. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
So this controller is a little weird to play fighters with. I ain't gonna lie. If homie will it, we would have one more match because he got a little too close. But yeah, this controller is a little weird to play with. I ain't gonna lie, man.
yeah. Moral of the story: emulation. I don't think emulation is bad. I think when it's you, emulation isn't bad when you're using to preserve the culture of video games and preserve the culture of video games and the history of it. I I don't think it's emulation is bad when you're using it for that.
Oh, that went through. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think emulation is bad at all. Like, I mean, I guess in any, wow, that was so much disrespect. Anyway, like in majority of the senses, like unless you're, I don't know, cause like most of the people who I guess are running these tournaments through emulation, right? They've like already paid their money for the game, you know. They've already supported the game for years. You know what I mean? They've like put money into this game already.
Yeah. So I'm just like, it's just weird because I just look at Nintendo. Like I said, I get it. It's their IP. They can do whatever they want with it. I'm not saying I'm not saying that they can't do it. By all means, yes. They can cancel every if Nintendo really wanted to, they could cancel any they could literally have a team that could be like, hey, if there's any Smash Brothers tournaments that aren't official, shut them down. They could do that. They could do it. Any company could do that with any of their IPs. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they don't have the power to do it. But I'm just saying that, like, yo, like, just think about it. Like, I think it's just some food for thought. I think it's interesting to think about. I think it's an interesting discussion. I definitely want to know how other people feel about it. I mean,
Yeah, let us know if you're watching this VOD after the fact. Let us know what you think about the whole conversation situation, all that. Because this is definitely going to be up on YouTube. Right after this, we end this, which we're going to be ending this now. Also shout out to the people who who realized what your boy had in the background right there. You know, that's that Goku, that's that destroyed future Goku Black scene. You know what it is. You know what it is. Rose up in this bitch. I don't know why I felt the need to shout out Goku Black Rose today, but I need to do this. So before we end the stream, I guess you can continue talking about what you're talking about because I need to do this. I need to get all of these Halloween coins, Halloween items.
Yeah.
Cause
No, you're fine. Because I'm pretty much. I said I was gonna get off my soapbox, but then I got back on my soapbox. So I don't know what I want to even do with this soapbox.
my dude said, "Look, I know I was on my soapbox today, but I don't even know what I'm gonna do with the rest of it." So,
I'm just saying, for people who don't understand the gravity of the situation. Like, I was just trying to explain it in a way where like people would just make sense of it. But like, yeah, emulation is super important. Fan made projects are important. And people developing games like I said, like they developed the game with rollback netcode. And you know how many people wish their games had rollback netcode? Fighters is probably one of them. I'm just playing, you know. But before I get back on the soapbox in the stream.
Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, hold on. I'm about to end the stream like like Lord Knight. What is good, guys? LK here, and stop. Anyway, we are about to end the stream. Thank y'all so much for watching, tuning in to the stream, and watching us check out this controller and Stadia. Not gonna lie, that game that I played on Stadia was kind of fuego. The controls were a little weird, so I had to change them, and then I changed them to like. So I changed the controls, but they still put the default control buttons on the screen, so it was a little weird. But also, it was kind of fire. Am I gonna pay $10 a month to play Stadia? Hell no, but I am very thankful that Google sent this over to the boy, and if they're still offering it, I definitely recommend any one of you to go out there and get it if you have YouTube Premium. But with that being said, we out this bitch. My boy's off of his soapbox. I'm done playing. I gotta go eat. Peace.
Peace.
All right, let me end the stream over here. We gonna end the stream over here.